Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showcasing a plugin called ViewportFrame Editor. I actually created it, but I recently remade it, and I just want to show you all the new features and how it works. This plugin is very helpful for all developers. Doesn't matter what skill you are, it's just a useful plugin all around. So before I show you the plugin, let me just show you how you can get it. So go to the toolbox, then go to plugins over here. Then if you search up ViewportFrame Editor, you'll find it right here. So you open it and you click install, and then it should appear over here. So when you open up the plugin, you'll see a menu like this. So I actually need an object to insert into here. So let me just go to models, and let me just insert just a house, right? So here I'll insert a classic house. So now that I have a model in the game, let's say I want to make a viewport frame of this house for a shop or for any UI. I can click on it, press insert on the plugin. So now you see in the plugin, I actually see the house inside of a viewport frame. It's inside of the plugin. So now whenever I click this button over here, this little confirm, it will create a viewport frame. So let me just show you real quick. If I click confirm creation, I now have a viewport frame of the house. But that's just the basics of the plugin though. Let me show you all the other features. So first, let's just go through these three buttons. So we have delete creation, which if you click that, it just resets the viewport frame, the plugin. We have confirm creation, which will actually confirm it and put it inside of a screen GUI in a viewport frame where you have the camera and the model. And then you have settings. So if I open up settings, we have all these different buttons. I'll explain all of them. So let's start off with the most simple one. It is focus selection. By the way, if you hover over these, it tells you what it is. So if let's say I'm over here and I want to focus on the house, I can just click this button, and there we go. Now it is focused. It's in the middle of my screen. I can go closer and then focus my selection, and now we're closer. So yeah, that's basically the focus selection. It's quite simple. You just click it and it focuses your selection onto the house. Next, we have the control light direction. So this is used to control, well, the light direction. So you enable it, and now your camera is locked. So if I move my camera, it's as if my camera is the light direction. So if I want the house to be darker, I can go to the back here, and now if I disable this, you can see it's darker in the front and it's lighter in the back. But now let's say I want it to be light in the front, I can enable it, I can move the camera a little, and there we go. Now it's brighter in the front. Moving on, we have this. This is edit the ambient color. So the ambient color, we can enable this. We get a little color selector, and it just changes the ambient color. So if I wanted it to be blue or red or green or back to white. Then we have the light color. Now this is just the color of the light. So you can see if I make it red and I move the light to the back here, you'll see how it's a little red over here because that's where the light is coming from. But since there's no light on this side, it's not really red. But I can change this to whatever color I want. So let's say I wanted it to be green. Now it's green. It's basically the light color, which is exactly what it's called. Moving on, we have the center button. So this says center origin with world. So if this is a toggle, so you can enable it and disable it. What this does is, let me just show you. So if I create a viewport frame of this house real quick, so let's just do this. We can center it like this a little. So if I create this without this enabled, we could see the house's position is, you can see over here, -3, 22, -61. So inside of the viewport frame, and we go to the house, the position is the same. So if you want to script anything, you have to script it based on this position. Now let me just move this to the side. If I do the same thing, but just enable this, it positions the house to 0, 0, 0. So let me show you. Classic house. There you go. See, the position is now 0, 0. The light looks a bit different because when we inserted this, it reset the settings, because every time you insert something, it resets the settings. But you can, of course, just update that. But yeah, so you can see over here, it is centered 0, 0, 0, which this is very useful if my friend suggested it. It's very useful for coding. So if you want to make a camera rotate around a house, it's easier to code it around 0, 0 than just a random position. But it doesn't really affect how it looks at all. So if it helps you, it helps you. If not, just ignore it. Next, we have the toggle for the highlight. So let me just delete this real quick. So the highlight, as you can see, is the highlight of our selected object. So if we have a, let me just delete this. We have a whole city of houses, and I selected one of the houses. So let's just say this house over here, I inserted. Without the highlight, I don't know what house I selected, which sometimes could be useful. So that's just all it does. It highlights the house you have. Of course, the highlight removes whenever you delete the object or you insert it. But if you don't like the highlight, you can disable it here. And now it no longer highlights, even if I insert it again. That pretty much sums up the plugin. Compared to the last version, if any of you guys had it, you can definitely see how much of an improvement it is. But anyways, I hope this plugin helps you out, and downloading the plugin really helps me and supports me. So even if you don't find it useful, if you want to just download it, that helps me out. And I do just want to point out, it doesn't only work on houses. I can insert just a normal part, and I can make it work on this part. So right, I can make the light, the camera go from here, and I can, let's say, make the light color, let's make it like a bluish. And now let's just insert this, and there we go. Anyways, I hope this helped you out. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. And make sure to also like the video. This way it recommends to other people and they can also get use out of this great plugin. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.